Hi everyone, welcome to our latest video, and it is a synth pop day. We're going to be listening to the second Pet Shop Boys song I ever heard, and it's the first track from their first album, and it's called 2 divided by 0. And for me, it is the best thing they ever did. It's funny. I heard West End Girls and of course went and bought the album. So this being side one, track one, it was the second song I ever heard from them. And it blew my mind, and I'm afraid it raised a bar so high that nothing they did afterwards came close, in my opinion. I'm a casual Pet Shop Boys fan. I had the first 2 albums. They've gone missing somewhere along the line, but this particular song is on my playlists on my phone. I think it's one of the great examples of synth pop from 1980s, and this of course is 1986. Anyway, let's listen to it and we can talk about it a little bit more afterwards. If you're new to the channel, please enjoy yourselves. Like the video if you do, and perhaps consider subscribing if you would like to hear more stuff we've done. I do want to be spreading out into the 80s a little bit more in the future, and I've had some comments from people saying, why don't you do that, Richard? So we're going to be. We're not going to forget our roots in the 70s, but we are going to go into the 80s as well. This is a archetypal classic track from 1986. 2 divided by 0. Here we go.
Divided by 0, 0, 2 divided by 0, 0, 0.
Let's not go home, we'll catch the late train. I've got enough money to pay on the way. When the postman calls, he'll deliver the letter. I've explained everything, it's better that way.
Divided by,
I think they heard a rumor, or someone tipped them off.
divided by,
It's better to go sooner.
divided
Oh, wow. I just love the sounds. I love the big production. Such a big production. And those synths. And I'm sure it must be the Fairlight as well, with all of those sound effects, the orchestral stabs. Uh, it's just such a big, big production. And you just get the atmosphere. You get the storyline of these two people escaping, getting away before it's too late, almost. Um, and it just blew my it just took my breath away when I first heard the song. And then of course after that comes on the album comes West End Girls, which was the big hit and which was the reason I bought the album. And then the rest of the album's really, really good, but nothing touched this song. And for the rest of their career, I kind of my interest waned after the second album, which of course has the magnificent Dusty Springfield on What Have I Done to Deserve This. That is probably my second favourite Pet Shop Boys song, purely because Dusty's on there. And I had a private love affair with Dusty Springfield from the mid 60s when I was about 10 or 11, um, for the rest of the days that she was alive. What a singer, and a tragic story, really. But that is another story. We're talking Pet Shop Boys, and yeah, I don't have the album anymore. I don't know where it went, but the song follows me around wherever I go. Uh, 1986. We had my wife and I had just moved down to Cape Town, and we'd found out that she was pregnant with my daughter. So that was exciting times, and West End Girls was all over the place. And I always think of Cape Town when I think of this particular song. Um, it had been written 2 or 3 years earlier. Chris Lowe and Neil Tennant had got together, I think, in 1981, according to my research. And they wrote some songs. This was one of the earlier songs they wrote. And they did a deal with an American dance producer called Bobby Orlando. And he kind of co-wrote the song. He wrote the backing track for this particular song, and it's the only song in the Pet Shop Boys discography, excluding covers, that hasn't got Chris Lowe on the writing credits. It's Bobby Orlando and Neil Tennant. Uh, but when they came, apparently West End Girls had been released as a single, and was very popular in the discos and the dance clubs. It was a version that Bobby Orlando did with them, but it didn't do anything in the charts. And so when they got the opportunity, they signed for Parlophone, and when they got the opportunity to make their first album, they did a deal to get out of the contract they'd done with Orlando, because they wanted Stephen Hague to be the producer. Stephen Hague was really one of the hot producers of the 80s, and he gave all their music a bigger feel, if you like, particularly this song. And of course, West End Girls went on to become their breakthrough, and is a classic. It's a classic of this day. It's such a great song that, of course, it's open for lampooning and cover versions. Um, and of course, my favourite New Zealand pop duo, I think they were the fourth best pop duo in New Zealand, Flight of the Conchords. They did a fantastic homage to West End Girls, called Inner City Pressure. If you're Flight of the Conchords fans, their TV show on HBO and all the stuff that they've done since, and you haven't heard Inner City Pressure, I'll be very surprised. But you must go and listen to it. I've got their albums of all the songs they did on their shows, and it's my favourite. Um, so funny. Uh, um, yes. So there we are. Uh, Pet Shop Boys. What do you think? Are you Pet Shop Boys fans? They were heavily influenced by Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, by Kraftwerk, by Depeche Mode. Human League. They studied all of those bands, and of course Neil Tennant was a journalist, and he wrote for Smash Hits, and eventually I think became assistant editor. He gave up that job when they released their first album. And he would have been really, really close to all those early synth pop giants. And he learnt from the best. And of course, now they are, I think, the biggest selling duo in British recording history. Well over 100 million records sold. Can you believe it, hey? There we are. Yes, let me know what you think of Pet Shop Boys, what you think of the genre, and what would you like me to play. I'm really into having a good old deep dive into synth pop. This song is great for the channel because there's only one reaction on YouTube, and it's actually um, Chad Smith, the drummer of Chili Peppers. He I think it's his son Ty. Uh, Ty has a channel, a reaction channel, and Chad introduces music to him, and he reacts to it and sees and describes how he feels. They've done this song, and what Chad says is the spitting image of what I'm saying now. It's the first song on the first album, and they never did it any better. I almost fell off my chair when he said that, because I watched the video last night. I thought, wow, this music legend actually agrees with me, and I didn't even know it. What can I say? Yeah, give me some comments, let me know, like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Have You Heard, which will be tomorrow. But until then, cheers everybody.